I get a little bit of sound.
Miss J, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Is that recording? Let me just finish setting up here. Should be recording. Yep, it's recording. All right. Okay, let me just can you guys see that? Yeah, there you go. All right. So we're going to refresh on everything that we have done so far since week 1. We're going to add on to week 1. We're going to go through week 1, week 2, and now we're at week 3. All right, so let's go ahead and say the Mvskoke sounds. As you see, I put up there Mvskoke sounds / alphabet. So you're getting more to where you're familiarizing your brain with thinking Mvskoke sounds, which a lot of us, interpret as alphabet. But if you hear Mvhayv Barnett, she always says the Mvskoke sounds. So it's easier for us to put it right now in parentheses alphabet. But when we say Mvskoke sounds, you're going to start to realize, okay, that's the alphabet. All right, so if you can mute your mics, let's start from the very top. Ah, G, or it's kind of sound the chi, G sound, G, depending on what word you're talking about. And then I, E, B, P, A, He, Lee, me, E, O. Then you got the PB sound, B, or flea. For the R sound, B or flea. C, D, oo, we, ye. All right, does anybody have any questions on that? Okay, so we are going to, like I said, review week 1. We're going to review week 1, and we're going to go from there. Okay, 2 syllables. Let me just choose 4 to go through. Let's go ahead and do the H's up here. And then we're going to do 4. And then I'm going to ask you guys to do a line. Maybe about 2 or 3 people to just do one line so we can just, hear and you can hear your progression. It's nothing, we're not trying to, choose anybody out or make anybody feel uncomfortable. Just after we do this, I'm going to ask for somebody to do a line. So we can just, see where you're at. And if you need a little nudging, which we all do, then we can nudge you just a little bit. But, it's nothing to make you feel uncomfortable. It's just, that's part of the learning process. All right, so let's go with ha, he, hey, ho, who, huh. You see, I had to switch from English back to Mvskoke. We all get that way where we're just like, oh my goodness, I said it wrong. So, it's nothing big. Just start all over. You see me just backtracking and keep on going. All right. Let's do this one. I'll say it and then you say it. You repeat after me. Na, ne, ni, ne, no, nu, na. Tha, the, they, so, thu, the. da, di, di, de, do, do, da. All right, was that 3 or 4? That was 4. Okay, I'm gonna ask somebody to pick a line, any line, and just do one line, and then we'll go to the next person. We just want to make sure that we're on the right track, not to call you out, but just to give you a little practice. All right, anybody? Go ahead, just pick any line you want to, and just start from there. Trying to see who I can, oh, Christine, you got a big smile. Just choose any
Yes.
line.
Okay. I'm gonna do the fla. So fla, fle, fli, fle, flo, flu, flu, flu.
Yeah, good job. All right, Mache, good job.
Yay.
All right, let's get 2 more people. Come on, guys. Let's see. Amy, come on.
Called out. I knew it. I knew it. You know, I love it. I love to tease, you know. Sa, se, si, se, so, shu, sa.
Sa, se,
Yeah.
say, so,
So,
do,
shu.
sa. Good job, Mache. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you. No.
Anybody else? I see Jamila. Go ahead, Jamila.
Yes. Hi. I will do the ga sound. I think ga, ge, gi, ke, go, gu, ga.
Okay. So you did that one? All right. Good job, Mache. All right. One more person. Let's just get one more person. Everybody's doing awesome. Okay, Nina, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna do the P, like, so ba, be, be, sorry, my brain is like switching letters here.
That's okay. That's okay.
Okay. Ba, be, be, bo, boo, ba.
All right, Mache, you guys are doing awesome. Good job. Good job. I know what you're saying about your brain kind of switches back to English. Mine does that all the time, and I'll talk to the speakers, and I'm just like, wait, have to back up. But yes,
Doesn't
you
help-
guys are
yeah.
doing good. Go ahead.
Oh, it's just like it's 10 o'clock here and I just kind of woke up before class. I'm like, that doesn't help.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. All right, awesome. You guys did good. Let's go to, let's see. All right. Let's go to the 3 syllables. All right, I'm gonna do 4. You guys repeat after me. And then I'm also gonna ask for volunteers. All right, somebody's in the chats clapping. Good job. All right. So 3-letter syllables. Let's go. Let me pick out 4. Okay, the first one. I can get it here. Sock, sick, seek, safe, soak, soup, suck. Hot, hick, heek, cake, poke, hook, huck. Mon, mean, main, mon, moon, mun. You see, sometimes those 2 E's sometimes just flub me up, and I have to just sit there and try to sound it out. But like I said, we're all learning, and even sometimes the first speakers, they say that they're still learning. So we're all in different stages, but we're all getting there. Not, nick, neek, nape, nope, noop, nuck. All right, let's see if there's anybody who is confident enough to try. Let's see. We've got 15 people here. We can get 3 people. Come on. Let's see. Let's see. Do I have to call? Come on, guys. Let's see.
I can do one.
We need popsicle sticks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just go ahead. Just pick any line that you want to do and just do one line. Go ahead.
Chas, chess, cheese, chase, chos, juice, chess.
All right. Good job. Mache. Okay. Two more, guys. Come on. Just pick any one of them. Just try, and then we'll hear you and we'll listen. And it's just part of your practice. It's trying to get your brain switched to Mvskoke and then your mouth to do the same. All right. Come on. Just pick one. Is there, let's see.
I will try the one sound that I'm curious
Okay,
about. Spa, spe, spe, spay, spo, boo, ba.
All right, good job, good job, awesome. I know it's hard because you're looking at it and you're just thinking English, but then you remember Mvskoke. Like I said, we're trying to switch our brain from English to Mvskoke, and doing these little exercises helps us. And then also sometimes when I'm learning, I can hear the Mvskoke words in my head, but my mouth blurts out English. Okay, question, do you make the F sound a bit like English V? B, B, B. F sound more like a V. It's kind of sounds like a V, but not really the B. Okay. But yes, so that's what we're trying to do, is trying to get our brains to switch to Mvskoke thinking. Like I said, sometimes you'll just pop back into English because you hear English every day. So, it's not an easy transition. We're just trying to get everything. Okay, yeah, they're very close sounding, but it's not quite the same. All right, let's see, one more person. All right, come on. All right, let's see. Cassandra?
It's Jay.
Stay, just choose one line.
Okay, let's see. Mot, mit, meet, mate, moat, moot, mutt.
All right, Mache, you guys are doing awesome. Okay. Let's go ahead and go to something. Let's see, here we go. All right, you remember, sometimes I get this, it's a little cranky. All right. Does anybody have any questions about the Mvskoke foods, the words that we have? Let's just briefly go through them. Okay. Go ahead. All right, sound like somebody's got their mic on. Just mute your mic. All right. Okay, so Mvskoke words for food is kipala. I have Mvhskoke over here. And if I'll say them, you say them, and then we'll have Mvskoke say them. All right, kipala.
Kibala.
Saratako.
Saratako.
Pagana.
Pagana.
Mvskoke.
Basko.
Justly.
Justly.
Ilaha.
Galaha.
Oh, this is a mouthful, so this is one of the ones that gets me a little caught up, but let me try. Sadafoma.
Sadafoma.
Mine for some reason, my tongue gets twisted on that one. Sadafoma. Soka Huffy.
Sokahavri.
Waga busy taklegi.
Waga busy taklegi.
Aloso.
Aloso.
Taklegi.
Taklegi.
Mikoja.
Mikoja.
Justagi.
Justagi.
Waga busy.
Waga busy.
Dolosi.
Dolosi.
All right, good job. Does anybody have any questions on this one? All right. Okay. All right, let's go eat foods. All right, let's go back. Did we already get that alphabet? Okay. I'm getting a little confused here. So this is the week. Oh yeah, we already did that. We already did the alphabet. Just a little bit discombobulated, but that's okay. Because I've been seeing these all morning. So it's something that you know, just trying to get on top of everything. All right, here. I was able to make this a little easier. So I put it in a PowerPoint. It's got the words in blue that we're going to sing. And then I'm able to get the sound with it. So you won't just hear me singing. But this is to help get our mouths ready to speak Mvskoke. And probably next week I'll get another song. So we'll learn songs as we're going, as long as well as, you know, practicing the Mvskoke words and the Mvskoke mouth movements. All right. All right, it worked out when I was, oh, there we go. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Did you guys hear that? Were you guys able to hear that? All right. Let's see. It makes it a little easier when you can hear somebody else singing and so hear the rhythm of the songs. Let me go to. So let's go to our new words here. Next week, next class, we are going to start making sentences, but right now we've got to bombard ourselves with the words so we know what we're talking about. Yeah, that we do have CDs with the hymns on there. I'm glad somebody's able to get a CD and listen to it, because that's a lot of work that the speakers have gone to let's see, Brandon Barnett, he's got a lot of, things that he puts together for us. He's not one of the Mvhayvs of teaching right now, but he puts everything together and he makes it visual. So there's a lot of things out there that our speakers have done that I'm trying to share with you guys, because sometimes people are not on Facebook or Instagram. Those are new to me, so I'm learning. PowerPoint, I know how to do PowerPoint, but sometimes PowerPoint gets a little cranky. So I'm trying to make it easy for you guys also to where, you know, everything's visual, where you want to see and want to learn some of the things that we're presenting. All right, so I am going to give you some of the new vocabulary words as kitchen items, because we're going to be talking about I'm eating, I'm cooking. This is where we're going with all this. So all of this has a purpose to build up to making sentences. So these are kitchen items that we're going to be using probably next class and, you know, from here on. So I'm going to say this, and then Mvhayv is going to say this. I've learned this before, but I'm still learning as well. And if you don't use it all the time, you kind of get out of the habit of speaking it and hearing how it sounds. So I'm saying it, and then I'm going to have Coco to say it again. And then, you know, she's going to gently nudge me, because I know that there's sometimes when my mouth just doesn't work right, or my brain just switches to English. So, you know, that if you hear a little difference, you know that just a little nudge of, well, you know, this is how we say it. All right. For number 1 is a deep bowl.
Adika.
Number 2, Jafunwa.
Jafunwa.
Number 3 is Akwaji.
Pakoji.
Number 4 is Palakna.
Palakna.
Number 5 is Tumla.
Tamla.
You see, I still have to, you know, look at it. I have to break it down into the 2 and 3 letter sounds. As you see here, I'm like on number 6 or all of them, but I did not break it down for you because we're still learning, but you can visually think about breaking this down if it gets to be too much. So that gives us a little practice, because, you know, like I said at the beginning, we needed training wheels, and I had hyphenated everything. This one, if you need to do hyphenation, just print this down and then just make your little hyphens to help guide you how to say the words. Right here, I didn't do it because we're trying to move forward. But like I said, if you still need to break it down into the 2 and 3 letter sounds, syllable sounds, then just write on your paper or make notes. You know, there's no problem with notes. All right, number 6, the saditka.
Asadichka.
Sadichka. There you go. And number 7, siskida.
Siskina.
Number 8, Islovka.
Islavka.
Islavka. I caught that after I said that. Islavka. Okay, number 10, Alo Palakna.
Alo Palakna.
All right. Number 10, Seskira im Pataga.
Siskina im Badaga.
So you can see I'm trying, but my words are not as smooth as Miss Coco. These are kind of new to me. Unless you sit there and you speak these words every day, you know, you still have to remember that sometimes you just need to practice them, practice saying them. In the Google Drive, I will put the sound that goes with it. I wasn't able to do that today. So when you click on this, you will hear Miss Coco saying the sounds, so you can practice with them. Every morning I come in and I listen to our Mvskoke sounds, and I listen to our Mvskoke hymns, and I try to practice. As you hear English everywhere. Just try to practice a little bit Mvskoke and thinking Mvskoke every day. Okay, I've got a question. Yes, all of these worksheets are on the Google Drive. As you can see, when I fumble through here from one class to another, they are on there, and they're broken down by weeks. Like the first week has class 1, 2, and 3. The 3 is the evening class. And basically, I'm just going over class 1 and 2 in class 3. Just like in public schools, you learn something at the beginning, you kind of learn something a little different in the middle, and at the end, you know, you bring it all together again to reinforce what you had learned at the beginning of your week. All right. Number 11. Hooty. Hooty.
Hoodie, hoodie.
There you go. And then number 12. Oposta.
Oposka.
Then number 13. Ispaska.
Ispaska.
All right. You see that nudge? That's okay. We're all learning. Number 14. Olegida.
Legida.
Legida. So you see that H has that. Legida. So it's not just the he sound, it's the. So that's an awesome example of that sound, but not really the he sound. Legida. Okay. Number 15. Humbida.
Hombada.
Humbida. And number 16. Jedahaye. Jedahaye.
Jadohaya.
Heya. Jedahaye. Like I said, I'm still switching too, so we're good. You see that also when I said that it says haya. I said that wrong because I went back to English. So Jadohaya. So remember the I is an A. We all make mistakes, and you know, like I said, as long as we keep going, that's awesome. All right. Oh, before I get out of that, does anybody have a question, a comment, or a story concerning the kitchen items? Does anybody have anything to share? All right, because all of these, I don't remember growing up with any of these. So this is all new to me as well. I might have heard a couple of them, but usually it's around Thanksgiving. Okay, go ahead.
Well, I guess for I don't know if I'm going to say this right. Confunwa for a fork. When I was little, I was eating macaroni and I bit on the fork itself, and it bent my tooth a little.
Oh my
So that was a painful experience, but it was a memorable experience.
Right. Jofunwa. How do you say number 2? Jofunwa.
Jopunwa.
Jofunwa.
Confunwa. Okay.
Okay. All right. I just realized I put it in where in it's C-U-N. Scratch out the N. It's Jofunwa.
Okay.
Jofunwa. All right. All right. Good job. All right. Thanks for the story. I can't maybe Alegida. I remember hearing that around Thanksgiving when some of our family speakers would come in. Other than that, these are all new to me as well. But just think about this, and like somebody said, print it off, put it in your kitchen, and I will update this after our class. So number 2 will be spelled correctly, and print it off, and just broom seems familiar. Grandma chasing the cat. All right. Yeah.
Bahaya.
Go ahead.
On the I may not say this right. Hidudi Hudi. Did I say that right? I actually wrote the words out and taped it all over my kitchen. The different the different words, and at some point I took it all down, and the only one left up is Hootie. So, but you know what? It's interesting. It does work without severe study. You know, it does kind of come to me with that. So
I mean, when you're walking around and you're walking through your kitchen, you see all these Mvskoke words, and it just you remember hearing it, and then you see it, and it just reinforces your learning. All right, good job, Mado. Okay. Here's a question. It would be
Legida is a chair, not Allegeda. If you say allegeda, it's somebody sitting over there.
All right,
Does that help?
good question, guys, good question. Sid, it would be olegida, not allegida, Bajadoa. So, but,
Chadoa, I'm saying, is that right?
so Ms. Coco was able to explain the difference.
Okay.
Okay.
And then just.
All right, Mado. All right, let's go to our next set here. Mvskoke and Mvhayv, Mvskoke foods. Number one, osofki or sofki. You hear people say osofki or sofki. It's the same thing. It's a corn drink. Well, no, that's a corn, like a soup.
It's hominy.
Hominy.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's more like a corn hominy,
it's hominy drink. I would.
hominy drink. Okay.
Some people might call it corn.
Uh-huh. Let's try this again. It got a little big on me. All right. But I think I put that wrong. So I will correct that as well. It's not the corn drink. A busky is the parched corn drink. And I've never tried a busky. I asked one of the Mvhayvs when I was learning what a busky is. And they said, think about it like native Kool-Aid. Because it's pulverized corn and they put it in water and you can put sweetener in there, but somebody told me it was native Kool-Aid, which one of these days I would like to try that.
It almost, cause it's ground up and it's brown. A lot of people say it looks like you're drinking sand. But it's delicious. It's got its own taste to it.
I'd like to try that. Okay. And number three, a buske nivska, nivka, buske nivka, corn soup. Number four, putko ofki, grape dumplings. If you've ever tried grape dumplings, it's a unique taste, but I mean, I love the grape dumplings and I don't know how to cook them. I wish maybe one of these days we can have a class of cooking, but it's really, really good. I usually remember tasting this in at the churches, the native churches around here. They get together and oh my gosh, they make all this homemade stuff. Oh my gosh. And it's stuff that you always hear people say, well, we use real bacon grease for this, or, you know, but if you think about it, that's more natural than some of the healthy ways they want us to eat. So I think our ancestors were onto something. You know, they were originally tall, tall and lean and really athletic. So, you know, all of our foods were really good. It's just one of the things is not a lot of people know how to make these anymore. All right, next one. I know probably everybody knows this one. Taklek sakmovsky. Yeah, all right.
Like sakmovsky.
That sakmovsky, that make sure your tongue goes. Sakmovsky, that means to fry. And the bread to fry. So fry bread. And then number 6. This one's a long one. It's sakonipki. Sakonipki. Yeah, like I said, I've been practicing this all morning because I don't use all these words and it's something new, so I'm learning as well. I have recipes for the grape dumplings, the old one. Ooh, if you have recipes, go ahead and share. I know everybody on the that's logged in would love to have some of that, but if you don't have time to share it today, share it next class. We'll just keep an eye on the chat for any kind of recipes. Okay, number 7 is chadahaga. And I don't know if you've had chadahaga, but I was told that it was purple pea hulls that make up the bread. And I did not know that until I would say about 2 years ago. It was I thought it was the blue cornmeal, but my Mvhayv at school said it was purple pea hulls. Oh, you had some in your class out in Florida years ago. All right. So purple pea balls. I wouldn't know where to find that.
And you go to the, like, the markets that sell vegetables and stuff. There was one in Bixby. He used to just throw the hulls away until some of the Stajatis went there and asked for it. He found out it was worth something, so he started charging for it.
Oh, okay, wow, okay. And then I know somebody in one of the other classes asked for wild onions. The word for wild onions is tapamboji. Tapamboji.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that was actually me.
Oh, okay.
Can you
'Cause I
say
know-
that again?
Tapamboji.
Bambuji.
Nice, thank you.
Because I know Fumby, stinks. So that's how I remember that one, Tapamboji. Stinky little onions, I guess. All right, does anybody have any comments, questions, or anything about this one? Okay. All right, say red beans. Is it Dalak Jati? Red beans, Dalak Jati. I didn't get to put that on here. I didn't want to overwhelm you with 30 to 40 spell it. Oh. I didn't. That's a lot.
Talak.
AK or
Talak. Talak. Cate.
there we go. Dalak Jati. All right. Good job.
Next class, I can make some great dumplings and bring it and show it to y'all what it's supposed to look like.
All right, did you guys hear Mvhayv? She can make some and bring it and show you guys what it looks like. Now, if you want to taste it, you got to come over here. All right. So for all of these words that we're learning and everything that we've gone over, we are leading up to making sentences. Right, go ahead. There's a question. Oh, Christine says, yeah, thank you, Mvskoke.
Yeah.
So we are leading up to sentences. So right now, this is where I'm trying to take you from. Right here, humbada. Humbada. I always see, there goes that English again. Humbada. Home base. I'm trying to get you from one to the other, and I'm trying to get you in steps to know what we're talking about, to know how to get there. I learn differently than the speakers. I had to go to college and learn these things. I went to a couple of colleges. One is the College of Mvskoke Nation with the language certification, which is online. If you guys are, thinking about doing an online certification, it's all online because the need for and the desire for a lot of our people to learn the language has broken out of the borders of Oklahoma. And there are so many people in different states who would like to learn all of this. Okay, go ahead. Somebody have a question? Okay.
I was wondering where we can find it online.
College of Mvskoke Nation.
Just that certificate, because I've checked on the website, but I've not seen it there.
It is on the website. So this is the website. Let me see if I can get. See, cnn.edu. That is the website to get to. It is on there. I think it is degrees and certification. There's a little tab and it'll show you everything you need for the language certification. They also have language teaching. After you get your certification, you can learn how to teach. But it's somewhere on their website. Just go there and Google. I mean, I think it's degrees and certifications. But that's where one of the places that I learned how to speak Mvskoke and spell Mvskoke. Like I said, Mvskoke and some of the other first learners, they learned by hearing it and just absorbing, just like children, they just sponges. And we, like I said, are coming in with training wheels because we're trying to learn this and we're trying to reach out. And I know a lot of you, like me, looked online for all these resources, and you hear many people teaching our language, but some of it is not correct. You hear some of it with a real Southern twang, and I don't know who he is, but he was teaching with a big old twang. But there's different ways to learn, and not all of it is considered, proper Mvskoke. But as long as you can understand somebody and they're learning from that way, that's fine. Like I said, we're trying to get from humbida, humbida. There you go. Humbida, home base. So this is the steps that I learned, is you go from the top to this one. These, like the I right there, it means I, person. Like I said, I'm gonna write the notes, and we're gonna cover that in the next class. And the S right here means something completely different. So we're going from the top to the bottom, and that's why we need so many vocabulary words. Okay, somebody said go to academics, then earn a certificate. So I guess that's the way to the page for the certificates. And so you see here that I have the Mvskoke translation for home base. Is that home base? Okay. Home base. I just want to make sure. And the literal English translation is eating I am. Like if you guys have ever been in Mvhayv Barnett's class, she tells you the literal translations, and when you're thinking English, it doesn't seem to make sense. And then here at the very bottom is the English translation. I am eating. So like home base, literal translation is eating I am. And like I said, I will break it down. What part is the word eating? What part represents I, and what part represents am? Like I said, I've got to sit there and I do color coding, so it's going to be a little easier because I do color coding. You can see the green go down, you can see the red go down. So it makes sure I know where each piece is. And that's how I learned, is I'm really visual, and I'm trying to break it down for you guys to be really visual as well. All right. Like I said, English translation, I am eating. And somebody said, and this is in one of my other classes, oh, Mvskoke is backwards. Well, no, we're not backwards. It's just we're different. From one standard, I guess you could say that we're backwards, but from another standard, we're actually far ahead, in our thinking, in our stories, in our language. And if you look at scientists today, they're looking at all the indigenous ways and stories, and German has different order too. All right. I didn't know that. I've never taken German, but I know that a lot of people consider English as the standard when actually there's many different standards. And it's not saying one is wrong. Somebody said English is backwards. So I was telling everybody that Yoda speaks more Mvskoke. So people don't know that Yoda is really Mvskoke. How many thousands and thousands of years old? There's Yoda. He's speaking our Mvskoke language. So, we can't be backwards if Yoda speaks Mvskoke. All right. Does anybody have any questions? Yeah, Yoda is doing it right. Good job. Does anybody have any questions? But this is what we're going to cover in our next class. Let's see. I think I have the infinitive verbs here, but it might not have translated over to Korean and Japanese. Use similar word order. Okay. All right. Now it didn't translate over here to my board today, so I'm not able to share that with you. But I've got infinitive verbs like humbida, to eat, nisada, to buy, and we're going. Oh, here it is. I have it printed out. I just didn't make it onto Google Drive. Let's see. Mvhayv, to stand. Ayeda, to go. Hayeda, to make. Nisada, to buy. Humbeda, to eat. Eskada, to drink. Hejida, hijida.
Hijida. Oh, hijida.
Hijida, hijida, to see. Kifkida,
Hijida.
keep it up, to learn and to know. So these words, I'm gonna put it on there after class. You will be able to look on the Google Drive and see what I'm talking about. And these are the words that we're gonna be working with on Wednesday. And I will show you how to get from the root word here, like I said, like humbida. We're gonna get you from there to speaking a simple sentence. And you can see how this word right here is an actual sentence. So I thought that was so cool about Mvskoke. Anybody would look at that and think, oh, that's a word. Well, actually, that's a sentence. So it gets so exciting to know that we do things differently, and I can sit there and tell you that's a sentence. And like I said, I'll break it down. These Mvskoke infinitive verbs will be online probably before the end of the day, and you will be able to see what we're talking about. And then Wednesday, we're going to go over all of this. I'm going to go from step 1 to the end. We're going to make simple sentences, and then we're going to be able to plug in our vocabulary words like eating I am, and then you'll be like, I am eating strawberries. I am eating grapes. I am eating sake. So you can, we're going from easy, basic to adding on, to adding on, to adding on, just like any other class. Does anybody have any questions? Does that get anybody excited? Because I know I'm excited. It's to get back into this and learn that this one thing is a complete sentence. And then you add on. And I don't know about you, but it almost seems like it's a secret code. It feels exciting, like, ooh, I know something you don't, you know. You know, it's a secret code that you know is our language. So, all right. Does anybody have any questions? Any comments? Anybody excited? I know I'm excited. Just it's going to take a lot of attention to see how we get from one place to another. And there are notes, and I will put the notes out there. So, like I said, I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. I'm going to color code it, but we'll go over that Wednesday. But today, that's all I have for you guys. Anybody have any questions? Any comments? Anybody want me to repeat anything? All right. Looks like everything is good. So I'm just going to call it an early day unless anybody has anything that they wanted to add. Okay, well, mache, everybody did good. Just practice your two-letter sounds and three-letter sounds. Look at your vocabulary. We're going to try to make simple sentences next class. And then from there on, I need to have you guys try to at least do a couple of, I would say about 4 sentences. And then we're just going to review and go over, because writing this out helps you learn. And it helps me learn to present all of this to you. But writing it helps you learn. And there's no wrong thing here. We're just going to gently nudge if we need to nudge anybody. All right. I'm going to say Hadam Chicha, please. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good job. All right.